My girlfriend and my best friend secretly dated for 8 months. Yeah. You heard that right. While we were supposed to be celebrating our marriage. Let me take you from the very beginning. My name is Putu, and this is the story of how the two people I trusted most in the world spent 8 months planning my complete destruction while sleeping together behind my back. Jake and I were both account executives. He was always the funny one, the life of the party. Lena worked as a graphic designer for another team in the same building. She and Jake got along great, maybe too great, but I never thought twice about it. They would text each other memes, send each other funny videos, even grab coffee sometimes when I was stuck in meetings. I trusted them both. With my life, Lena and I had just started talking about moving in together. I was saving for a ring. Jake knew everything. I even asked him for advice on the proposal. He told me, "Bro, she's the one. You two are perfect." What I didn't know was that while I was planning our future, Jake and Lena had already been sleeping together for 8 months, and they were actively working on a plan to get me fired so they could be together without any drama. One Tuesday, I left work early because of a canceled client meeting. I wanted to surprise Lena with takeout from her favorite place. I opened the apartment door quietly and heard her laughing in the bedroom. Then I heard Jake's voice. I froze in the hallway, still holding the food bags. I pushed the bedroom door open. There they were. Lena was on top of Jake, completely naked, riding him slowly while laughing at something he whispered in her ear. Jake's hands were on her hips. His phone was on the nightstand, still recording a voice note. The last thing I heard before they noticed me was Lena moaning softly. "Just 2 more weeks. Once he's fired, we can finally stop hiding." I pushed the bedroom door open. There they were. Lena was on top of Jake, completely naked, riding him slowly while laughing at something he whispered in her ear. Jake's hands were on her hips. His phone was on the nightstand, still recording a voice note. The last thing I heard before they noticed me was Lena moaning softly. "Just 2 more weeks. Once he's fired, we can finally stop hiding." Time stopped. Lena screamed and scrambled off him, grabbing the sheet to cover herself. Jake sat up fast, eyes wide. But he didn't even look guilty. He looked annoyed, like I had interrupted an important meeting. "Bro, it's not," he started. Lena cut him off, already crying. "Babe, please. This is the first time, I swear. It just happened. We were drunk last night and I didn't move. I just stared at Jake's phone, still recording." The screen showed the voice note title, "Plan Update, Week 7. I played the voice note out loud. Jake's voice. "HR already liked the second complaint I filed under anonymous. One more mistake on his reports, and he's gone. Then we can finally be together without him breathing down our necks." Lena's voice answered in the recording. "Good. I can't keep pretending I love him much longer. Once he's fired and moves out, we'll have the apartment to ourselves." They both froze. Lena started sobbing harder. "It's not what it sounds like. We were just venting. Jake was only trying to help me because you've been so stressed at work lately." Jake tried to play the reasonable friend card. He put on his pants and said in that calm bro voice he always used, "Look, man, we didn't plan for it to go this far. It started as just sex 8 months ago, but then we realized we actually have feelings. We were going to tell you after you got the new job or after you got fired, whichever came first. We thought it would be cleaner this way." Lena nodded through tears. "I still love you, just not the same way anymore. Jake makes me happy, but we didn't want to hurt you. That's why we were trying to get you fired first, so you could start fresh somewhere else." 8 months. 8 months of them fucking behind my back. 8 months of them sitting at the same table with me, laughing at my jokes, helping me pick a ring for Lena, while secretly filing complaints against me at work and planning my exit. They didn't just betray me, they treated my entire life like a problem that needed to be managed and removed. I didn't scream. I just sat down at the kitchen table and started scrolling through Jake's phone. Hundreds of messages, photos of them together in my bed while I was at work, voice notes planning exactly how to make me look incompetent. Make sure the Q3 report has the wrong numbers. I'll flag it anonymously. Lena even sent him a heart emoji after one message. Can't wait until he's gone? Finally, we can be a real couple. Jake tried to stay calm. Bro, we were going to tell you. We just didn't want it to be messy. You're my best friend. I didn't want to lose you completely. Lena was crying again, kneeling next to my chair. I still care about you. This doesn't have to be the end of our friendship. We can all move on like adults. I took Jake's phone, my keys, and left my own apartment at 2 a.m. I drove around for hours and finally checked into a cheap hotel. The next morning, I didn't go to work. Instead, I went through every single message, every deleted chat they thought they had hidden. They had been together since last December. They had sex in my car, in my bed, even in the office bathroom during the Christmas party while I was giving a speech downstairs. And the plan to get me fired. It was detailed. They had already submitted to anonymous complaints about my performance issues. One more and HR would start the termination process. I still went to the office. I needed to see their faces. The moment I walked in, the atmosphere was ice cold. Jake looked up and gave me the same bro smile he always did. Lena wasn't there. She was working from home because she wasn't feeling well. By 11 a.m., my manager called me into a meeting. He looked uncomfortable. We've received a few anonymous flags about your recent reports. Is everything okay at home? You seem distracted lately. I knew exactly who sent those flags. They didn't just cheat. They didn't just fall in love. They spent 8 months actively working as a team to destroy my career so they could be together without guilt. My girlfriend and my best friend had turned my life into a chess game, and I was the piece they wanted off the board. That same afternoon, I went through everything I had forwarded from Jake's phone. They had a secret WhatsApp group called New Chapter, over 1,200 messages. They had planned my performance issues down to the exact reports I needed to mess up. Lena even helped Jake write one of the anonymous complaints because she knew my work style better than anyone. There was also a shared Google Doc titled Life After Him, apartment options, vacation plans, even a budget for their first trip together once I was gone. By 4 p.m., HR called me in for an urgent performance review. Jake was already in the room, looking concerned like a worried best friend. Lena joined by video, eyes red, voice soft. Jake spoke first. I hate to do this, but as his friend, I have to say something. He's been making a lot of mistakes lately. I tried to cover for him, but it's affecting the whole team, Lena added, crying perfectly on cue. He's been so paranoid and angry at home. I think the stress is making him unstable. I'm scared for him and for the company. The HR manager looked at me with pity. We've received multiple complaints. We need to put you on a 30-day performance improvement plan, or you can resign voluntarily with 2 months severance. The whole office turned in less than 48 hours. People I had worked with for years suddenly remembered that I had been acting strange lately. Jake and Lena had already planted the narrative. I was the jealous, burned-out boyfriend who couldn't handle the pressure and was now lashing out at everyone. My own best friend and girlfriend had become the victims in everyone's eyes. They didn't just take my girlfriend. They didn't just take my best friend. They took my reputation, my job security, and the last bit of trust I had in anyone. And they did it together, like a perfectly coordinated team that had been practicing for 8 months. I didn't resign that day. Instead, I spent the next 48 hours quietly gathering every single piece of evidence. I forwarded the entire New Chapter chat, the Google Doc Life After Him, the voice notes, the photos, everything, to my personal email and to a lawyer friend. Then I made one final move. I printed the most damning messages and walked straight into the CEO's office. No HR? No warning. I put the folder on his desk and said, "Before you fire me, you should see what your top account executive and one of your designers have been doing for the last 8 months." The CEO read in silence. His face went from confused to disgusted in under 2 minutes. He called Jake and Lena into an emergency video call. Jake tried to talk his way out. "It's all taken out of context, sir. We were just..." The CEO cut him off. "You used company time, company resources, and company systems to plan the termination of another employee so you could sleep with his girlfriend. You're both terminated immediately. Security will escort you out." Lena started crying on the call. "Please, I didn't mean for it to go this far." But it was over. Jake and Lena were walked out the same day. The whole office finally saw the real story. Some people apologized, others just stared in disbelief. I resigned the next morning with full severance and a glowing reference from the CEO himself. I didn't want to stay another minute in that building. It took me 3 months to feel normal again. I moved to a different city, changed my number, blocked every single person from that old life. I started freelancing, went to the gym every single day, and slowly rebuilt everything from zero. The hardest part wasn't losing Lena. The hardest part wasn't even losing Jake. The hardest part was realizing that the 2 people I trusted most had spent 8 months looking me in the eyes, laughing with me, and secretly planning how to erase me from their future. So yeah, that's the full story. Every single humiliating, calculated, soul-crushing detail. I lost my girlfriend, my best friend, my job, and almost my sanity. All because 2 people I loved decided I was an obstacle that needed to be removed. But I gained something much more important. I learned that real betrayal goes on. They always scream. Sometimes it smiles, calls you bro, and kisses you goodnight while planning your exit. And most importantly, I learned that when people show you who they really are, believe them the first time. If you're watching this and you've been betrayed by the person you love and the friend you trusted, just know this: you're not crazy. You're not overreacting, and you will come out stronger on the other side. You can send your story to my email anytime, and I promise I'll tell it in the next episodes. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and let the truth spread everywhere.